Which Super Smash Bros. Ultimate characters could escape the law? Starting out with everyone's favorite plumber, Mario. He is a bit chubby and very short. It is unlikely he'd be able to run away. Hopping into one of his carts won't help him either, as he's not an S-tier meta pick. So he will easily be apprehended by the police. However, as he is Nintendo's golden child, they will spend a considerable amount of money to get him out of jail. Likely higher than the GDP of Zimbabwe. His brother Luigi is not as beloved as him, however, so his parent company would not save him upon being apprehended. Link is a skilled combatant with a sword and shield. However, he has never encountered a gun, so he would likely fall to a few rounds from a 9mm pistol. Link would be apprehended. Unless it is young Link, which he would probably get away with a slap on the wrist, and would be free to commit more machete-related crimes. Kirby is a being with power beyond our comprehension, and as a result would eat all law enforcement coming towards it, and would successfully evade the law, as there would be none after Kirby is finished. May we pray for Kirby's mercy. Pikachu cannot be arrested, as in the wise words of a purple-dressed man, there are no laws against the Pokemon. However, as it is an animal, it would likely be put down. I would call this a 50-50. Fellow Pokemon Mewtwo is able to teleport. How do you catch something that can teleport? That's really annoying. Mewtwo would evade the law. But you know who else would evade the law? Incineroar, with its patented Intimidate Parting Shot strategy. The police would be powerless against it. Ganondorf is the king of evil. This would quickly put him on the police's radar as someone that needs to be imprisoned. Unfortunately for Ganondorf, he is slow as shit, and would be apprehended with little effort. Someone who isn't slow as shit is Sonic the Hedgehog, known for his blistering speed. He would easily outrun the law. Additionally, he is homeless, so the police don't know where to wait for him. Someone else who is homeless is Ryu, I'm pretty sure. However, unlike Sonic, he is not ridiculously fast, and he would be unable to run away from police. So he would be apprehended. The villagers are completely innocent and would never fall under the radar of the police. However, if they did, they would be apprehended. Piranha Plant is a plant, and no policeman would suspect a plant to be capable of malicious intent. Therefore, it would likely escape the law. Fox flying in his spaceship would make it almost impossible for the law to take hold of him. However, Falco would be apprehended, as I just don't like him. His laser spams are a crime in and of self. Lock him away for good, please. Pac-Man, like Kirby, eats a lot. However, Pac-Man is not a god, therefore will be apprehended. Why, you may ask? Because Pac-Man reminds me of that fat kid in primary school that ate everyone's food. Steve from Minecraft is a tricky case. I think that Steve would be apprehended, but he would just mine out of any prison you put him in. So it's kind of a 50-50 again. Marth may be part of royalty, I think, but just like Link, has never heard of what a gun is, and would be shot when he attempts to defend himself with his sword. The one Fire Emblem character I believe would be safe from the law is Corrin, as they can turn into a dragon. And because we are talking about the police and not the military, the dragon would be too powerful for any law enforcement. Finally, Joker would easily be apprehended by the law, as he is just a teenage boy. Also, just like Falco, I hate him and I hate fighting him. Lock him up for good. Tune in next time for when I talk about which Five Nights at Freddy's animatronic I would like to get a drink with.